talk about video games. I'm Laval and I'm here with my good friend
Good old Clyde. Hello, everybody.
Laval. Laval and Clyde are back. I know it's been a while, but we decided to do this only for what were we saying? Like only twice a month we were gonna do this because we hang out like every weekend.
Yeah, basically twice a month or so, yeah.
Yeah. So in today's episode, before we even started, let's tell. Okay, Clyde, what did you do this past week exactly?
Oh, well, other than getting into the games and stuff, that Laval knows that I went out to a trip to Florida for the first time in my life,
Yeah.
and that was very special, and I hold it very dear to my heart because it was an experience that I never thought I was gonna have, and it was just, yeah, again, an amazing time. I'm sure I'm going to take some notes on it and remember that it kept me motivated to do it again. And Laval wants to hear all about it after this podcast
Oh
because
yeah, I
there's some
definitely want.
stories. There are some stories I cannot say on this podcast that has happened down in Florida that I can't wait to tell to him. So
Yeah,
other than that,
I'm waiting for
yeah,
it. We're just gonna do the podcast, and then Clyde can tell me all about it, and then I can leak the information to everyone.
yeah, at least to our friends or something because
I,
we don't want to
I,
hear this
I, I'm,
bullshit.
I'm probably gonna tell like, not. I'm probably gonna tell like 10, 15 people.
Yeah, probably. Your
Yeah, if
mom.
we if we know me, I'm probably gonna like take the piss out of this as long as I can. But so anyway, yeah, Clyde has taken a vacation to Florida, but he's back now, as you can see, because I kind of said if you're not back here by Sunday, I'm gonna strangle you.
I made it on time. I made it back actually yesterday. It was a 14-hour drive, I think, on our way back, but the first trip there was like 18 because we did a little detour. So,
Mm-hmm. But anyway, let's get this podcast up and running. Let's see how many people show up here today. So, yeah, we're gonna talk about like a few interesting things that are coming in the gaming industry, and we're also gonna be talking about what else? What else? What else? Didn't you say something about like Xbox is releasing a brand new console, Clyde?
I think we're gonna be talking about some actual data news too today. Just some stuff that they're gonna try to push to literally make the games more expensive to buy, etc.
Hmm.
Um, but other than that, yeah, we're gonna just be talking about that stuff today.
Yeah. So yeah, before we got here, Clyde just checked that a game these days is gonna go for like what did he say, $70?
Oh, yeah, let me look here. The percent, well, the thing with gaming and all this with the platforms are moving to these new, I was gonna say consoles, but these, I can't remember what they call it, these units or whatever that like produce better quality games.
Mm,
Now that since people are obtaining these and easier, that now all games are gonna go up in the market value to about $70 per game now. So when you walk
mm.
into a game shop or wherever you get your games, they're gonna be $70 off the fucking bat. Sorry with the language.
Nah, it's okay.
But with us stating on our last episode, literally these games, all these games that come out are always bugs, they're not finished, etc. And
Yeah.
they're just pushing more money onto it that why am I going to buy a game that's not finished or gonna have this, gonna have
Yeah.
that? It's
L-
insanity.
Like I was talking to my brother-in-law the other day and he's a gamer and we were watching a video on YouTube where a guy played Dead Rising 2. Have you
Yeah.
ever played that one?
No, but I played the first one.
Yeah. I I mean, Dead Rising 2 came out on like I think Xbox 360 and this guy was playing it on an old Xbox 360.
Yeah.
And it was I mean, the thing is though with the game, it was surprisingly good for like being a 360 model. Like the graphics were okay, the gameplay were decent, and like there was like nothing in that game that was like suggesting it's bugged. No, because back then companies actually took their time of making a game and it was supposed to be fun. We talked about this in our last episode, as Clyde
Oh
said.
yeah, yeah.
So like now companies like take for example what are we gonna say Rockstar they're gonna like charge us $70 US. I have a different
Oh, easy,
currency.
easy. Well, yeah, yeah, yeah. But easily $70 US.
Yeah, they're gonna charge this money and like the companies that make these and like produce all these games like there's not gonna work, like there's always gonna be glitches and people are gonna point that out. So yeah,
I mean, sure, there's yeah. Every game is still gonna have its little bugs because it's very. I
mm,
mean, imagine the time process of making games, man. Like years and years and years of just working, and sooner or later, these games though are not gonna be how we just hold our controller though. Like
no.
AI, metaverse, like virtual reality,
Mhm.
games are not going to be even a hard disk. Like we're not sooner or later we're not even going to walk into a shop and get a hard disk copy of a game for fucking $70.
No, maybe one day.
Eventually, it's going.
Maybe one day. Sorry for interrupting, but maybe like
Yeah.
in a few years or something, you have like an entire room like dedicated, like the movie Ready Player
Yeah.
One. Like you
Oh
have
my
that.
gosh.
It's virtual
Yeah.
reality. Like you can walk on a treadmill and everything, and like you do everything in the game. Like that would be awesome, but also like, you know.
It would be. Well, the thing is, I'm gonna look up. I'm gonna try to find this movie. There was a movie about this kid. It's in the future, like based on the future kind of thing, and the kid's playing a game. But the thing is, this game was a war game, and instead of virtual reality, the war game was based on a real war going on. That the person that held the controller was controlling the soldier with a chip in their brain. And it was the most craziest little movie that I ever seen as a little kid, and that was like 2012 or around that time. And just to see that and see where games are leading now, it's kind of scary. Like if
Mhm.
they could implement this into a real life, you know what I mean? Like it could really change things up instead of like seeing how we use drones for war that are controlled,
Mhm.
flying like Terminators. Maybe one day we're gonna have robots where we're gonna control those manually by a screen, like a game, and have real wars going on to where we're contributing our time to it as a game, because
Mhm.
that's where just life has become. And the entertainment and the rush, the attention grabber, and all these things.
Yeah.
And I'm kind of like just seeing where all this stuff is going. Like everything's going to be more expensive. Everything's going to be more uh, time consuming and taking longer because all these games that we've seen have taken double the time or double the amount of time to even get released. And even when they do get released, they're just troublesome.
Mhm.
But back then it was just so much simpler. But things were also simpler making. So now things are
Yeah.
just complicated and overcomplicating to get to these steps and advancements. It's kind of crazy that we're getting there
Mhm.
in such I mean, in our lifetime at least. It may be a short period of time, but it seems like it took a while.
Oh yeah. But I think that like covers the surface on that topic. We're gonna go back to that, and I think we've been going on for about maybe 15 minutes or so. I can't really tell.
About 10 minutes or so. Yeah.
Yeah. But like what I want to talk about now is the upcoming games and like how yeah. So we're gonna talk about like the big thing, the elephant in the room, GTA 6. Did we talk about that in our last episode? I don't think we actually got around to talk much about GTA 6. So this is like gonna be what do we, you and me, Clyde, and whoever shows up in chat later, what do we expect will happen in GTA 6? So I'll let you go first. What do you want to see in GTA
Uh,
6?
oh, like what do I want to see rather than like the story? Because
Both.
I'm kind of yeah. Well, for me, I'm more intrigued what the story's going to be about, and if they truly get down to like not a gangster mentality, but a I would say since my dad writes, but we're not in a club, like a one percenter kind of vibe, like these a group of people who really just take it upon themselves to get after what they want,
Mm.
and seeing the story of they may have like a girl and a guy protagonist that are like a couple or something, like a Bonnie and Clyde scenario.
You just
I
had to
think
bring in Bonnie and Clyde.
well, that's how they brought it up, and that's how I gotta do it. And I think it's a really cool concept
Mm.
in a way, but it's just gonna be I don't know the period of time that they're gonna be placing this. If it's gonna be like the future or like now in Los Santos. And if it's like now in Los Santos, we haven't seen that game, Vice City, that map, for such a long time. And I played that one,
Yeah.
and it's just going to look so completely different. It's still going to be a new game entirely, you
Mm-hmm.
know? And the only thing that makes it similar, if they bring in old characters from Vice City in the story into this one, which would make it fucking awesome.
Mm. What I want to see in like both the GTA 6 story, but then also in online, if we ever get that, who knows? But I want to see like in the story, first of all, in GTA 6 storyline, when that ever happens, we don't know. Rockstar hasn't released anything. They just say, "Oh, it's coming soon." Yeah, that was 3 months ago. Thank you.
Well, that's the thing. The real outlet of Rockstar or for this game, they've really have never said that this game's coming out at a time yet, at like a specific time. Like they have to go to the is the ECO events or ECU events where they
Mm,
release games or whatever. They canceled theirs last year or this year or something like that, I believe, for some reason. And that's the only time where we'll see if they release this game, even when they bring it up at that event, that it's still going to be probably another set time longer than we thought,
yeah.
or more than it just now being released. Like it's not going to get released at this event. You know what I mean?
No, it's not. But anyway, back to the subject. Like, what I want to see in the GTA 6 storyline is actually a well-written main character.
Well, that's the thing. If there's going to be more than one character, though, like they're saying, they better have a very solid connection between these two characters.
Yeah,
Like they better
like,
relate to each other and are together in a
yeah.
way.
I saw a guy on YouTube that did like this video essay type of deal about like how GTA 4 storyline is better than GTA 5 storyline. And that is actually because like in GTA 4 you follow this guy Niko Bellic, he's a Serbian ex-military turned criminal.
New
You
to
know,
America,
he moves to
chasing the dream.
America, yeah. And he's like haunted by his past. He can't let go of his past.
Oh, yeah. And there's some dialogue throughout the game that is very connective to Nico
Yeah,
compared to like GTA 5, where you have
yeah,
three people where you're like, okay, they're just kind of bonding together and you're learning their now. Like you're not learning their past or future too much,
yeah.
other than just them bonding in the moment of what
Yeah,
they're doing.
yeah, that's the thing. Like in GTA 4, you like
You build it up.
Nico is like this guy that you follow his story, he reveals stuff, like, and he's like straight to the point. Like you know what happens if you follow the storyline. In GTA 5, that never happened. We're like, oh, we got Michael and we got Trevor, and they used to roll together back in the day, but then Michael disappeared and Trevor. We don't really learn much about like the character's backstory. We don't know Franklin's backstory. We know very little about Trevor, and we know very, very little about Michael. And like these are the guys that, oh, when we're playing as these guys, yeah, but we still don't know. Like one of the things that creates a good game is a good character, like the main character.
Yeah. Well,
Take
yeah,
for,
yeah,
take
yeah.
for example, like yeah, I talked about like Nico Bellic, but I want to take something that is a little more closer, and that is we talked about this the last episode, and that was like Arthur Morgan. Arthur Morgan was the main protagonist of Red Dead Redemption 2. We follow his story, see the world through his eyes, and like it's actually he's a well-written character. Michael, Trevor, and Franklin aren't well-written characters because they seem like, oh, we're forced to hang out with these guys. We're forced to be playing as them. We don't really form a bond with them.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say definitely GTA 4 had a very more connective with the character and just learning overall the experience of the fucking person. Like, there was too much going on for GTA 5 with three different people. Like, sure,
Mm-hmm.
you got bits and pieces of like what they kind of had going on, but
Mm.
it it was just thrown at us, and that we just had, yeah, like forcefully had to play with them and just get what we had in the moment of who they were.
Mm-hmm.
Nico, on the other hand, in GTA 4, yes, like looking back at it, it is very more directive towards him specifically, and obviously because there's only one person too, though, it's easier to do that with
Mm.
other three. But either way, still, it's better though.
Yeah.
And seeing that is just it's what I want. And hopefully, if there is only two, they can maybe work on that a little bit better rather
Yeah.
than three.
Yeah, like I remember when GTA 5 first came out, like everyone was so hyped. Oh, it's gonna be three characters instead of one. It's so awesome. I kinda prefer that there was only one character. Uh, it was easier to follow the story as we talked about. Like it's easier to follow the story of one than follow the story of three.
Yeah, it is.
But okay, so we're well in GTA 6 online. What I want to see is I want there to be animals. Like in GTA 5, the game we're currently in right now, in the online version
Well,
there's no animals, but there is in story mode.
hmm. Well, I don't know. Even if there is, Vice City isn't a very wilderness area. It's a city, so the
Yeah,
only wilderness would be
but okay, like Vice City is like what, Miami?
basically, yeah.
Yeah, we have the Everglades, like, the swamps, stuff like that. Why can't we have that? The
Well, it depends on
Everglades.
where you're at. Well, it's not really the Everglades. It's like Miami, Florida, or like Panama City. You know what I mean?
I
That's
don't.
what Vice City is. It's like right on a coast. It's packed with fucking buildings and boats and chicks. You know what I'm saying?
He knows this because, as we said in the beginning of the podcast,
I would.
he just came back from a week paid vacation in Florida.
I mean, I don't got complain by that. Hey, I've worked 2 years straight though for that. So I mean, if that tells you anything, so
Yeah. Okay, but in if they don't bring animals, then at least I don't want the GTA 6 online. I don't want that to be like have all these fucking gadgets that we have right now because they're so unrealistic, if you catch my drift. Like we have a
yeah,
fucking
they
submarine Nate.
I think it should be more um what's the word I'm looking for? Materialistic wise, like clothes, cars, housing, like in GTA or 6 Online. Like, cause I really wish that there was a better concept of buildings that you could own
Hmm.
in this game. I really just dislike the everybody basically has the same shit.
Hmm.
I kind of wish there was a good concept of like interior design that you could do in the game.
Yeah.
Cause like if you're gonna be pipping and balling and being a gangster, you want your crib how you want it, not how this like, oh, just do this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd like that. I would like that a lot.
Yeah. Okay, well, moving on from GTA 6, like, there's a new Assassin's Creed coming out, Assassin's Creed Mirage.
I've seen that. It even in the commercials though, it doesn't look like a good game to me.
No, it doesn't really click for me either, and like I used to be a big Assassin's Creed fan. I used to
I
really like Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I'm not understanding the story that's going behind it. Cause like, hold on, let me look at this real quick. No, whoops. And Creed. I wish I had a laptop instead of this. I'd be so much faster. So, so it's basically still based on the Egyptian time, right?
Something like that.
Hmm. Turns to. Let me look at this. Some gameplay real quick. Continue though with talking, and I'll interrupt you here in a sec.
Yeah, well, I don't really know what we can expect from like Assassin's Creed Mirage. To me, it just seems like there's another rip-off because, I mean, the game looks like we're going back to Origins, maybe a few years after Origins, I don't know,
Well,
and
yo. Okay, I'm looking at this right now.
hmm.
Okay, well, man, what is that one movie with? Do you remember a movie about this guy in the desert who tries to find this dagger that like resets time?
Prince of Persia.
Yes, this is what this is looking like. They got swords that are glowing blue. It's not realistic in my sense of that's kind of upsetting. But I mean, that's obviously like you could choose those weapons.
Yeah. Yeah, well, originally, like, Assassin's Creed was formed as like a rip-off game for the Prince of Persia games. Bet you didn't know that one, Clyde.
I don't know if that's true or not. I don't get the story though. I feel like this is more like a DLC than just an add-on. Yeah, like that's what people are like even saying in the comments. This just looks like a DLC to the last game for the Origins, ACA Origins. Same graphics and all. There's nothing different really.
Mm. Yeah, I don't really know what to expect from Assassin's Creed Mirage. I don't really know if it's a good game or not. Well, it hasn't come out yet, but like for me it doesn't click. Like I don't feel the hype for it and I genuinely like, yeah, okay, well, another Assassin's Creed. Sue me.
It's just weird how much the they make their game. Like how many games they make. And I
Ubisoft?
feel like, well, just it's their Assassin's Creed. Like there's so many of them. It's kind of like watching the movie Fast and Furious. Like, how many are you gonna do until like
How many are you
or
gonna
you
do until people lose interest?
that and or just don't have a story. What's the fucking story now? Because after what, Black Flags or something like that. It kind of just was kind of you were a new. Actually, no, Black Flags was like the last good one because you play as a different individual that just goes into the memory processing like building, and
Mm,
literally like there's everybody around there doing the same shit instead of
yeah.
you being that one character that they had in the beginning where it was a specific person that had the story and the answer to this mysterious key to life
Mm,
and his ancestor. Like that was cool. Now they lost that, so it's like, ooh, what are we doing here now, guys? You know what I mean?
yeah. Well,
They think that people don't care about the story, and I'm one of those people who really
well,
do.
I remember like the first Assassin's Creed. It started with like the Crusades, then it moved on to the Renaissance, then the American Revolution, the Golden Age of piracy, Assassin's Creed Unity, the French Revolution, Assassin's Creed Syndicate was the Industrial Revolution, and they were like going further and further in history. Like they started at the Crusades and they moved on to the Industrial Revolution, and I was like, oh, cool. Wonder if they're gonna make like Assassin's Creed about like the I don't know the American Civil War or something like that. But
Mm.
after Assassin's Creed Syndicate, it felt like, oh no, we're jumping back in time. So now we're going back to ancient Egypt, and then Greece, and then Valhalla, which we don't talk about. And now basically they're releasing, I don't even know what's Mirage supposed to be set in, like Persia or something.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So we might as well call the game Prince of Persia.
Basically. Well, I mean, now you would call it that, not then.
Not then, but now we might as well call it. I swear
Yeah.
to God, if it's set in like Persia, there's definitely gonna be like an achievement that says Prince of Persia.
Um, Probably.
Okay, but moving on from Assassin's Creed to the next topic on our list, and that is this Sunday. No, this Sunday, this Tuesday, I mean. I'm so used to saying this Sunday. This Tuesday, in 2 days actually, GTA 5 gets a new update. Again.
Oh yeah.
No, San Andreas Mercenaries. I've looked at it. I've looked at the trailer. It seems kinda cool, but as I said before, where is Grand Theft Auto 5? They are not gonna. No, Grand Theft Auto 6. I mean, sorry. They're not gonna. If they're so busy, like they stopped making updates for Red Dead Online because they said, "Oh, we're moving on to Grand Theft Auto 6." Then they have time of making like one update for this. Like, what's the deal? What's the deal, Rockstar? Come on.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I think because they know that they have to hold off on the game, that they gotta be like, okay, so we're not really ready, so I guess we gotta do something here for them. So as time goes on, we're not left stranded
Yeah,
with anything because they know that we're stranded of fucking Red Dead. So imagine now with only GTA left, which is an older game that they still hold on to.
yeah. I actually heard a joke that I think was pretty funny. What's the difference between GTA 5 Online and a cow?
I don't
You can't milk a cow for 15 years straight.
know. That's a good one actually.
Yeah. So we're back again at GTA 6 talk, and like I said, what I expect, that's not gonna happen, because let's just face it, they're not gonna fucking make it. They're still holding on to this. Okay, Rockstar is basically like that Gollum character in Lord of the Rings. You know, that's literally what they are, aren't they? They're like
Uh,
they're like holding the copy and like my
yeah,
precious.
yeah, that's kind of how it goes.
There's like some half-naked heroin junkie sitting in their office, and they're like, "Okay, Gustav, what are you gonna? Should we make like a new update for Red Dead Online, or perhaps move on to GTA 6, or what do you want to do?" And he just picks up a copy of GTA 5 and like, my precious.
They're gonna be. I don't know. This game has to be one of the best games that come out though. Like if they, I just
I think they sold 50 million copies. We talked about this in the last episode. They sold like 50 million copies in the first week for this game. And it's still going. And I'm thinking like someday it's gotta stop, right? One day it's gotta stop.
sometime. But he get like even when GTA 6 goes out, imagine how much time they're gonna pull out of that game.
Yeah. Also on other fronts, apparently Modern Warfare 2, Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2 is receiving a lot of hate right now. I just seen a few glimpses here and there, but yeah, it doesn't seem like that game is going too well. Have you heard anything about that, Clyde?
Mm-mm, not really.
No, I'm not a big Call of Duty fan, so I really don't know what's going on, but I heard that there's a bunch of like the new season for Call of Duty is supposed to come out, and they're like, what's the word I'm looking for? It's buggy and glitchy, and that's just we're back at square one again because it seems like companies don't give a shit about like the quality. They only care about the quantity of games.
That and just the attention grabber. They don't care for the actual thing. Once they got the attention of people, that's when they got the money.
Mhm.
And once they start fucking buying it and they're realizing it, oh, to all those people who already bought it, they got your money. They got your money.
Yep. Anyway, people, do you have anything else to add here, Clyde? Anything more that you've heard in the gaming news? That's your job. You're supposed to be looking up news.
I am. Um.
He
Oh
was
yeah,
cu-
remember the Alien game coming out? Alien Descent.
no, actually, I haven't really heard about that.
Uh, obviously it's a strategy kind of game. By Tendalios Interactive. It's basically their 20th century's. Oh, what is this? Published by Focused Entertainment. It was showcased at the Summer Game Festival last year. So
Hmm.
this is an actual game that should be coming up, like actually.
Yeah, we gotta keep that in mind. See what
Oh,
we. Oh.
the platforms that they still base is PlayStation 4, 5, uh, PC obviously, and Xbox. So even PlayStation 4 consoles are giving this game. I'm
Hmm.
still surprised that they're releasing games for PlayStation 4.
Yeah. So am I. But anyway, I don't have anything further to add to this podcast. Do you have anything further to say, Clyde? Or
Um, not really, not really, not the top of my head, no.
no? Well, in that case, people, I want to thank everyone that sees this sometime to. Fuck, I forgot what I was saying. Well,
Give
if
it a like
you.
and a comment.
Yeah, leave a like and a comment. Tell us if we could do anything better next time.
There's
Don't
always
forget.
something.
There's always something,
Yeah,
and
just let us know.
let us know, please. And also, I don't have anything further to say other than don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you in 2 weeks. Have a good one, people, and
Yep,
take care.
later.